All right, welcome back. My name's Adam Moore with We Spin Local Network podcast. Today I'm joined by Andy Mitchell with OhioMeansJobs, Champaign County. How are you today, Andy?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you. We appreciate you joining us. This is going to be episode one of like a three-part series that we're going to do, talking about some of the different services that OhioMeansJobs has here for employers right here in Champaign County. Our first conversation is going to be about the on-the-job training service that you guys have. So tell us a little bit about what on-the-job training is and what is that service that you offer to businesses here in Champaign County.
The on-the-job training program is available through OhioMeansJobs, Champaign County. It's available to employers here in Champaign County with the goal of preparing eligible new hires for employment. So typically we focus on in-demand occupations and or industries. And essentially what we do is reimburse a percentage of the new hires' wages up to $8,000 or a 6-month training period. So this allows the new employee to earn while they're being trained, and it allows the employers to ensure that these new employees are able to kind of go out onto the floor and accomplish the job tasks.
So it really is like what it says, right? It's on the job training for these employers. So it is what it means. So
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about, does every business qualify for this service, or what types of businesses can qualify if they're interested?
The typical qualifications for this program are employees that are underemployed or are unemployed currently. We run eligibility on the employees before they're hired to begin their first day of work. So they would just come to my office. I would sit down and have a conversation and kind of talk about, if they're currently employed, we'll talk about, how much they're currently making, if things like that. If they're unemployed, then we look at their previous skills to make sure that, they're going to be a good fit for this new position. So we take some of those things into consideration. If the employee, the potential employee is considered to be eligible, then we notify the employer and sign the contracts and things like that. And, as long as the employee is deemed eligible before their first day of work, then we can accommodate on the job training.
What type of training does this usually entail? Is there a certain type of training? Who does the training? Where's the training completed?
Sure. So we use the tagline, and again, it's pretty self-explanatory. You hire, you train, we pay. So you hire the employee, or you extend that offer to the employee that, to the candidate that you're interested in. You train that person on the floor, how you see fit. And then as long as that employee completes their training program, then you would submit for reimbursement for 50% of their wages up to $8,000 or the 6-month training period, whichever comes first.
Okay, pretty cool. How would somebody apply if they were interested?
So if you're interested, you would just contact me at the OhioMeansJobs Champaign County office to let me know, hey, we have this opening. We've talked to a few people. I think we would like to extend an offer to candidate Z, and then I will make contact with that candidate either outside of outside of your office or wherever. I can come to the employers, they can come to my office. I will meet people where they need to be. And then we basically just kind of go through the eligibility points and things like that, assure that this person is indeed eligible. And then I report back to the employer, yes, we're good. And then we get started.
How many of these do you do a year? Do you have any examples of a success story, I guess, with this on-the-job training?
Sure. We've done a couple of manufacturing on-the-job training programs. We've had employers at the end of it are typically very pleased with the incentive to reimburse them for someone that they wanted to hire anyway. So it sort of takes some of that pressure off. Onboarding a new employee and taking that big risk is a lot of money. And so if you can get, some reimbursement for that, for again, someone you wanted to hire anyway, why not?
Why not?
So, and then we recently just signed on another new on-the-job training for someone that had been unemployed, looking for work for quite a while, and entered into another local manufacturer. They reached out and they said, hey, how can we kind of make this work? And we got the contract signed, and he started employment beginning of August. He's doing great. We've touched base with both employer and the employee, and everybody seems to be happy. So we are very pleased with that.
Well, very cool. So, this is a free resource through OhioMeansJobs. If anybody's interested, reach out to OhioMeansJobs Champaign County to learn more about on-the-job training. I appreciate your time, Andrea, and we'll talk to you next time.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yep.